Thank you for logging on to the PawCast for the week of Monday, April 24th through Friday the 28th. Hello, I'm Mr. Andrews, and it's time for some Pawville news. This week in English Language Arts, our focus is on completing the writing assignment that we were working on last week. We're going to try to do that in the first day or so of this work week. Also, our focus now is on poetry, and we're going to talk about how we can read that and find out what is the author's purpose, message, and theme in a poem, especially those poems that don't rhyme. Well, students, you know you need to be reading 30 minutes each and every night at home. I hope that you're doing that in addition to our 30 minutes at school each day. An hour a day is going to help us to meet those power goals that we've been talking about in class as we conference. In math this week, we're going to have our assessment on fractions and whole numbers and how to divide those on Monday. I know, I don't like Monday tests either, but it's better than any of the alternatives. So Monday, we have that assessment. Then we're going to begin talking about line plot graphs and how line plot graphs really do a good job of helping us to organize data. Makes it easy to read the data too. And then we have our math interim assessment on Wednesday of this week. In science this week, we are going to have our heat transfer test on Tuesday. That's convection, conduction, radiation, and all of the neat things we've been talking about with molecules and what happens when they're heated, when they're cooled. So be prepared for that on Tuesday. Van Denton is going to be at our school on Tuesday as well. He'll be here at 12 o'clock, right after our lunch. And then we're going to get started with our Pawville economy this week. Be prepared to be able to earn some money in Pawville.
Mr. Andrews, he's in the U.S., he's at a capital. Oh, which one will we learn about this week?
So where in the United States am I this week? Well, look at the picture and you'll see this state's Capitol building. It's not exactly a selfie. It was raining the day that I was driving through this state's Capitol, so I took a picture of the Capitol building from inside my car. I know it's kind of like cheating, but I still got the picture myself. This is my photo. Here are the clues for this week's state and capital. President Abraham Lincoln was born in this state. The Cumberland Falls are found in this state, and they're considered the Niagara of the South. The electric light was shown publicly by Thomas Edison in 1883 in this state. Stephen Curtis Chapman, yes, the guy that I'm reading his biography or his autobiography, was born and calls this state home. And sometimes this state is called the Bluegrass State. Stephen Curtis Chapman gave it away, right? Well, I look forward to you writing down the state and its capital. Be careful on that capital and how you spell it. And we look forward to seeing if you have the right answer. Also, parents, need for you to sign the bonus answer. That lets me know, hopefully, that you're also watching this podcast for the information that it contains too.
Where is Mr. Andrews? He's in the U.S., he's at a capital. Oh, which one will we learn about this week?
Let's all have a great week together, and let's all get the big paw.